everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Jaguars are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Cowboys offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down following the run. To throw, it's Bortles. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Fournette on the counter. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first down, Bortles. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now Bortles throwing on second down. On the right side, this is Miller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
In motion here is Witten. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going deep here for Bryant. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the Cowboys will punt it on fourth down, as on as the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down, here's Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Off the play fake, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The give is to Elliott. And some room to maneuver. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They'll run with Marshall. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
On the counter, Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And this is good, and it makes it a 9-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Toss left to Elliott. And some space here.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Prescott now on second down. Bryant with a catch right side. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. They give him a gain of 38. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to stick with Dez. There got too physical. Pass interference.
I like your note there. So physical. Hard for any defender to cover Dez Bryant without drawing a pass interference call.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And the lead is now 13. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it third down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. Now Bortles. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Well, the offense lining up first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Prescott on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And he motions the wide receiver. In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They start on the ground with Elliott. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He hits White, complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Tim carry now for Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. First down, Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 22 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Bortles. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Red zone opportunity. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Eluding and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Throwing is Bortles. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Bortles now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Time running out here on the play clock. This is Marshall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 at a first down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here. But the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott on the left side. A catch by White. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Play clock winding down. Here's Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Bortles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. David Irving in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now.
Now Bortles got to have this one. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
In motion left, the tight end. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but, you know, the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Avery Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. barely able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dallas, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.
Sandals slipping off my feet on the sand. Counting up the bills with my